team. It's a sweep, right? Shout out to Jokic, I'm locked in. Man, I swear that I'm focused. He tells up in the drip. I bet they didn't notice at first.
It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll see Brandon Ayuk. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the 49ers and the Rams. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Throwing is Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Now he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week, 21 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. And the contact, well of time there. And now 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse, still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now Stafford, escaping the pressure right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And the Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
It already looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. How do we find out who my playmakers are? Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's Purdy. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
13 yards there and a Niner first. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case,
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 10. Play action. Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the 50 at Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup.
Holding offense.
So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to 4th. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. That is caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Again, it's Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Now Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. On 1st down, Purdy.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford.
Pass complete there to McClure.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes.
And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. And my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start by heading out west. State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Saquon Barkley accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. From there, we'll jet east to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at the Link. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jahmyr Gibbs, a touchdown run in the victory. The Rams got a nice throwback performance from their veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop...
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point try now for Moody.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Open man right side is cut, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Stafford to his #1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first.
Williams.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. They do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Purdy to throw it on first down. It returns it right back to Samuel.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Purdy looking to throw.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
The throwing here, Purdy.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter.
Purdy, big fourth down play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
But they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Flush to his right. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Now, hang on here. We got an injury. And, yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Puka Nacua
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Rams are on their way to a 2-0 start. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A nice little juke. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. On the ground, this is Williams.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They run it again with Williams.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Purdy.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Purdy.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, and pick up the few inches you need for a 1st down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Kyron Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Purdy with one final shot here. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?